I'm Debbie Pepperell, and you're listening to the weekly tip from basicboardgovernance.ca. This is the 8th of my 8 risk management tips. So today what I'm talking about is something called a heat map. So what you do, when we were doing these risk registers for the last 7 weeks, we've talked about likelihood, which has a number, the impact, which has a number, and you multiply those two together and you get a bigger number. Then what you do is you take a look at this, you map it, so you can figure out which is the risk or risks that have the highest number. So if it has a big impact but a low likelihood, the number is lower than if it has a high likelihood and a high impact. So what this does is allows you to focus on your most serious risks in a fairly, I think, strategic kind of way. So when you build the map, you will take a look at the risks. The ones that are the farthest over to the right on your map are the more serious. When we did this for the 7 risks that we just looked at, the one about financial dependence came up. Like if you only had one funder, that was the most serious risk, which I think is a big risk because it could be existential, as they say. It could be the end of the organization if it doesn't work. What you want to do is figure out all the risks that are facing the organization and give them a likelihood number and an impact number, multiply them out, and do your own heat map. Then you're going to be able to focus on what are the most important risks. So what I would suggest for homework is that the board, next time they have a little time, is figure out what the top 5 risks are facing the organization. And then they can move on to mitigating those risks so that the organization will be able to achieve its goals.